Well, the chances are pretty good. You've heard about the F-15, that we recovered the folks who were inside the aircraft in some very, very unique manner. Now, when the F-15 was shot down in Iran, it was over in a kind of a mountainous area of Iran, high ridges, about 7,000 feet. The front seater, that's Dude 44A, as he was called. He punched out first, and he landed over near a village area, and the villagers helped him survive. They got him picked up real quick. But the problem was Dude 44B. That's the guy in the back seat, the pitter, the weapons systems officer. Well, he jumped out a little bit later and ended up over the ridge line. And like I said, these ridge lines are 7,000 feet tall. Well, first thing he did when he got out of his chute, he started running and hiding. That's what you do. That's your training. Training is get away, find the high ground, get yourself invisible so they can't find you. And that's what he did. He was injured. I guess he had a broken ankle, what I'm told. Other injuries there may be also that I don't know about. But the guy managed to get up this ridge and found himself a little cave, a crevice, if you will, to hide himself into. And there he hid. Now, he was there for a number of hours and finally took out his special radio. There are these special radios the air crews carry, and it sends up a signal, a burst that hits a satellite. Now, the satellite sends that back down to the good guys. They interpret it and say, aha, we know where he is, we found him. They found him in a general area. It's not pinpointed. Keep in mind, he's hiding in a crevice. So they send the satellites over. They send all sorts of things over to take a look at him, even infrared things, trying to find the guy because they know kind of where he is, but not exactly where he is because, well, the satellites can't see it. And the infrared people, well, they ain't seeing anything either because the guy's under rocks. Doesn't transmit. So what did they use? Something that has been top secret for a number of years. I mean, a number of years. It was designed by Lockheed Martin out there in the Skunk Works, and they designed some really top-end stuff that's really highly classified. Wasn't even released, the fact that it existed until earlier this month. It's the Ghost Murmur. That's what it's called. It's a quantum technology. It's real high-tech stuff, but what it can do, it can find someone by their heartbeat. Yeah, you're going, what? What do you mean find by their heartbeat? Your heartbeat, every time it beats, that's an electrical current. It's like one muscle, another muscle. It's actually a mini current. Now, doctors, they can hear it when they put a scope on you, put instruments on you. They can hear what's going on. It's your heartbeat working, but it's an electrical charge, Mother Nature working. But this new toy, this Ghost Murmur, can find somebody's heartbeat and see it from 65 kilometers away. That's about 40 miles. It doesn't matter if you're in rock. It doesn't matter. It's going to find it. Now, because this guy is out in the middle of nowhere, one heartbeat, middle of nowhere, easier to find. And once they found him, they said, aha, let's send in folks to get him. And they did. Took a couple of C-130s loaded down with helicopters. You say, what, helicopters on C-130s? Oh, yeah. These are little ones. They're the MH-6s. They're called the Little Bird. Now, they call them also the Killer Egg because they're a small two-man helicopter, very small, weigh about 1,600 pounds. That's all they weigh. They can carry a number of other people. They're very vicious. They can be armed with Hellfire rockets, Stingers, rockets, nasty stuff, even a 50 cal. Yep, they can even do that all on one little platform. It is a very nasty little bird. That's why they call it the Killer Egg. Well, they took him off the C-130s that they brought in, and they got them all set up, and they start flying around there looking for the guy. And once they find Dude 44B, they go, aha, we found him. Then they brought in another helicopter. And this is a very nice helicopter where they were dropping SEAL Team 6. Remember the guys who did Bin Laden? Same folks. SEAL Team 6, Delta Force, all these guys come in. They had the Air Force people, the Army people, the Night Stalkers, they call them. They're flying the helicopters. They're bad guys. These are all bad guys. Unfortunately, the Iranians kind of knew what was going on. They figured it out and sent the troops up both sides of the ridge to attack and get that man because they wanted him badly because he'd be a great little prize to work with for negotiation. But because the SEAL team and everybody else had the high ground, they're shooting down. So what'd they do? Well, the little birds start flying around, launching stuff, and then they bring in an A-10, the Warthog. The Hog comes in and starts using its 30 caliber gun, machine gun, if you will, high-speed machine gun, and started killing all the people all over the place. And there was another toy they used that I'm not really going to discuss, but I can tell you what, it's another bad little weapon, and it does its job quite well. But the big thing was they eradicated the Iranian force. They ratted those people, got them dead. Pretty much so, cleaned everybody out, got the guy out, got him taken out, and put him back on an aircraft, got him out of there. And, well, both the guys, both 44 Dude A and B, are now at Randstuhl in Germany being, well, fixed up, and they're going to be fine. So now you know what was going on. A special new tool that nobody knew about, but now most people do. It's a quantum technology. It's called the Ghost Murmur, and they can see and identify your heart from as much as 40 miles away, and you could be under rock. Doesn't matter who you are, they'll find you, because this thing can do it. It's all high-tech stuff. They're using synthetic diamonds, all sorts of things, quantum mechanics. And the other thing you're saying, well, wait a minute. By the way, at the end, didn't they blow up the 130s that brought all these little birds in? Yeah, they did. Blew them up. Because those 130s had a whole lot of equipment on it, top secret stuff to run the equipment, especially the quantum technology they were working with. That's all top secret stuff. So what they do, blew them up, also blew up the little birds, blew up everything around it, brought in some other 130s, some lighter ones, if you will, got everybody on their board, took off and say, sayonara, we're out. And they were. Now you know what went on. A special new technology, Ghost Murmur. Think about that. Imagine finding your heartbeat from 40 miles away and identifying you. That's where technology is going, folks, and that's just the edge of what we are working on. And now you know.